My name is Kirchner, and I am the Executive Director at Sentinel Pointe Retirement Community here in Cascade, Michigan. I was doing, I think, what many people do these days, internet searching. And I reached out to 4 different groups, and I read the reviews. I was reading the reviews for Signworks, and I was pleased, so I reached out to Signworks. Signworks was the only group that walked in the door with information from the township, knowing where signs could be put, how the electrics work. No other group showed up with that information. They wanted me to get that information, and Signworks walked in the door ready to go with that information, and that was impressive. It was an interesting experience because I'm not an interior designer. I know what looks good, I know what I was after, so giving that information to Joey and Ann, they got the feeling for what we needed, what I was after, and they took the chance to get to know me. The follow-up and follow-through. I mean, number one, showing up with that information from Cascade was already the first green light. But the interest in getting to know me and our design needs and wants. And then Signworks would continue to show up with samples and materials to feel and touch. It was a tangible experience. And that was very important for me. You can show people pictures all day long, but to actually feel and touch examples of what's going to be put in is important. It gives you that feeling of safety and trust in a product that you're going to be putting some money into. They were very creative, and I loved the different options. There weren't 12 options, there were 4 options or 3 options with some different fonts, and that was an exciting experience to go through, and to be able to be given those options. Signworks knows what looks good, what can happen, what's realistic, and that's how I felt when you brought that material to me. With color combinations and the makings of the signs, the materials used. And I saw the excitement in Joey as those things were being produced, that he was excited about showing these to us. It was a wonderful experience with everybody at Signworks. Obviously sales, but even calling there, everybody was friendly, and they knew who I was. They knew of the account, they knew who I was and who I needed to talk to. And then the gentleman that came to install, they just were so friendly with everybody. We have 170 people living here, and to be in an environment with people, you have to be able to get along with people. And they were here for, gosh, I'm gonna say 3 solid days. Maybe more, installing signs for us, and everybody loved having them here, and they always had their shirts on, and you know, it was easy to identify that they were here providing a service, and that's important for our senior population here. They are used to respectable vendors and employees, and Signworks provided that. It never even got to the issue point. If there was a font or a misspelling, something, it was more of just a request that was resolved immediately, and then a proof would be sent back to me to make sure it was what we were after. Everybody at Signworks wanted to know who Sentinel Pointe was, and to get to know the staff and to get to know the residents and to feel comfortable here. And that was evident. I would let individuals know that are looking for signs, and have let individuals know, businesses and I did let somebody know that did hire you, that it was nothing short of a positive experience. No balls were dropped. I'm not the sign, like I said, I'm not the sign professional. Signworks are the sign professionals, and at no point did Signworks expect me to be a sign professional, and already knew exactly what I needed to know and hear and see and touch. And that's what I've passed on to others when they're asking about signs. Where did we get them? Who made them? That clearly Signworks is the company that they would want to choose. I have two favorite signs. Okay. First, the sign out at the road. Our monument sign is what it's called. I had a picture in my head of a sign, and in Michigan, all of like the beach and state park signs have that stone look with the sign, and I believe I sent a picture of the sign at Grand Havens Beach and said, this is kind of what I have in mind. And Signworks came back with several different options and completely understood the vision. And that sign is so beautiful and so classy, and it just glows. The recommendation to cut the steel out and light from within was perfect. And it's just a beautiful sign, and every day that I pull in, I love staring at that sign. The other favorite sign is the annex sign. We actually designed the sign before we truly knew what that room was going to be, or the purpose that it was going to serve. I had some ideas, and Joey delivered, brought back a sign that looks like the old Texaco signs, Sunoco, and the exciting day during installation, the exciting moment during installation, I walk in the door, it's 8:30 in the morning, and Joey meets me in the lobby and says, come here, come look. And from behind the door pulls that sign, and he was so proud of it, and it was so exciting, and it's just it's a stunning sign. The residents absolutely love it. They just love it. And many of the families that come, they'll get halfway down the hallway and, oh my gosh, look at the new signs. I love them. So that's been an exciting thing to witness as they're seeing the signs. You never know what kind of feedback you're going to get when you make changes. And it was a big change. We went from every sign being the exact same thing to everything being different. So you never know what you're going to get as in regard to feedback. But they loved it, and we love it. We wanted to capture the downtown feel of all these signs being different. A lot of our seniors move in here from their home, and that's a hard choice to make. It's very difficult to leave their home and leave their independent life to come into a facility where their families want them to be safe, where they can be taken care of should that need arise. But we wanted them to feel like they were in a little village, a little community here. And I really feel like the process of getting those signs in and designing those signs and involving the residents, like with the variety store sign, helped them still feel like they're a part of a community. You know the saying, it takes a village. And that's so true here, and it remains true. So to have those signs up and down the hallway that are pleasing and fun and entertaining, life doesn't stop. It should still be fun and colorful, and Signworks helped us achieve that.